So there's a lot of hype around, the Wicked musical adaptation going to film. Everybody's watching or we're getting ready to watch them in the theaters. Probably by now you've all seen it. They released a collabo they did with Mattel where they released like a Wicked doll, a series of dolls. I don't know exactly if they're Barbies, but they just they released a set. At the back of the box,
I know what this is about.
The website.
I know what this is about. This is about the new witches that have penises.
No. You already read this one.
No, I think I know what this one is.
Penises are involved.
Yeah.
So get your phones out and then go to the site.
Oh, dude, it's gonna taint it hard.
This is the site that's the box will take you to. Go to wicked.com. And this is where all the kids who have this box are gonna go when they see that website.
Wait, enter.
Oh my gosh.
The ultimate destination for award-winning adult content.
Yeah.
Kenzie Loves Girls 2 coming soon.
Oh, I love this series.
Oh.
So they messed up.
First one was I.
There's a sequel? There's a Kenzie Loves Girls sequel?
Yeah.
They
it's
messed
coming
up
soon.
and they put wicked.com instead of wickedmovie.com on some of the boxes.
Oh.
Dude, how do these porn sites get just wicked.com?
They've had that forever.
probably
Wicked's
forever,
old
yeah.
as hell. That's like freaking what's that other one?
So are the actors on it.
Oh, I like Seth Campbell.
Yeah, he's pretty studly.
God.
He's kind of beefy looking.
He's studly.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's on the back of all the
It's
kids.
still pretty PG though for this website.
Gal
Yeah, their
Ritchie.
landing page is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm looking for nudes. There's no nudes on this.
It's classy.
Yeah, so
Good production.
now that they've like fixed the problem, the dolls that have the wicked.com on the back are worth a lot more on eBay.
Really? Why?
It's like a niche collector's thing.
It's an error.
Yeah, errors get
Errors get
get
huge.
value no matter what. Like a Hot Wheels when the car's facing the wrong way,
But
stuff like that.
having watched a lot of Pawn Stars, I know that sometimes errors are difficult to price.
Yeah,
Have you guys been to the Pawn Stars place?
Never.
in Vegas.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I fear lions. I don't like lions.
There's certain times of the day where the line's not that bad, but it's cool because it's like, hey, I'm in the place where they have the show. It's not cool in the way where Vegas has a lot of sick like thrift and pawn places. That's way better.
Really?
But it's cool for a pawn shop because most pawn shops are kind of sad.
Do they got cool stuff in there? Like a Babe Ruth signed card or like
Yeah, they have like weird things like that, but there's so many better places in Vegas, like the Antique Mall and like. Yeah, like a lot. Like there's way better spots.
Here's the eBay listing for one of them, $400.
Wow.
For the misprinted box that has the wicked.com right there. You see it?
I have an expert on wicked misprints. I'm gonna bring him in. And we'll take a look at it.
We have to purchase them.
Yeah, if you see right there at the top corner where it says wicked.com.
Which fucking weird kid is actually going to that website?
Yeah, no kids do that.
Have you guys sold anything to a pawn shop before?
I got something priced before.
Did they rip you off?
Huh?
They try to rip you off?
No, I just felt so guilty after. So like you know like when you're a kid, you ever like dig through your parents' shit?
Oh shit.
So I was digging through my mom's shit, and then it was like under the bottom drawer of the nightstand. She has like like those Danish cookies boxes. Inside it was like a sewing kit. So it's like one of those drawers, right? Just miscellaneous random shit. I see this watch box, and there was like a leather band watch in there. And then of all the times I've dug through it, it's been like years, and I never see her wear it. I never see it take it out. So I wanted to start to get into selling drugs, but I didn't have any money.
Trying to get started.
So I was like, okay, let me take this. I took it, and then I went to, this is a pawn shop on Garvey, actually, in Rosemead. I went down there, and I got it priced, and I was like, I'll probably get like $500 for this or something. But when you're a kid, you don't know shit, you're dumb. And you forget that they undercut you because they need to make a profit. Yeah. So I think they ended up quoting me like $50. And I was like, $50?
Can't buy ecstasy with $50.
And then I remember I'm like,
Trying to start a business, man.
and I was like, dude, am I gonna potentially ruin something that's sentimental for my mom for $50?
You're like, I would have done it for 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, better
I
off.
felt so bad. So I took it back home. I didn't end up selling it.
Oh wow.
And I put it back.
What do you think it was? What do you think it was actually worth?
I don't know. I was a stupid ass kid. I thought I was gonna get like, yeah, maybe $500 for it. Or
If you told your mom about that today, that you had done that, what would she say today about it?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't even know what that watch is. I don't even think she even gave a fuck about that watch.
Wow.
At least the way she had it, it was. She never wore it. It was always in the same place. It was probably
What if it's actually worth thousands and they're just like, look at this fucking dumb kid?
Take them to the cleaners.
yeah.
Have you seen those like antique appraisal shows?
Yeah.
Where like there's always clips where dude doesn't even know what he's got, and he goes, "Yeah, got it at a garage, sale. I really like the design." And they're like, "Do you know what this is?" They're like, "I just think it would look cool." They're like, "It's worth $5 million."
It's a Picasso.
Yeah, and then they're like, "What?"
Oh, this is the Mona Lisa, huh?
They only did 2 Mona Lisa reproductions, and you happen to have one.
Oh, no way.
I always find that wild where like people don't even know, like let's say they have an estate sale, they're just unloading grandma's shit. They don't even know what this stuff is, and they're like, you can have it for 50 cents or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are usually cheap as
Guy gets
fuck.
like a photocopy of the Declaration of Independence, or so he thinks, and they're like, "This is like one of the actual copies of the Declaration."
Yeah. And then before you're just like, what the fuck? Or like that meteorite that someone got during like a yard sale, and then they just left it like, and then they got it appraised, and they're just like, wait, that shit is holding so much like gold and silver.
Oof.
Wow.
There's like crazy stories.
There's
like
a cat out there who like, I just saw this. Forgive me on like a YouTube Shorts, but there's a cat who he goes to where meteors they suspect they landed, and he spends like all day looking for those things because you can sell them for like 30 grand sometimes.
Wow.
Crazy.
We gotta find these meteors.
I know.
We gotta fight these.
So he like looks at where they maybe landed and just like surveys it and attacks that shit.
There's a lot of meteorites on Facebook Marketplace, and they're probably all fake.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Whack.
No way.
It's probably Chinese people selling it.
Not wrong.
I kind of don't understand how. Do pawn shops make a lot of money, and do they make it from just like the resales, or do they make it from the loans?
According to Rick from Pawn Stars, he says that he needs to make a profit.
Cause like when you go to a pawn shop, like a real one, it'll say like buy, sell, loan. You know that a lot of the time people bring something for collateral to borrow money, and then they have to like, if
Pay
they
it
don't
off.
pay back, then they basically forfeit whatever that object.
they make most of their money through interest on loans, retail sales, and other services.
Because when you go in there, like I love going in there to see what they have, and I've never gotten anything because everything's like kind of junk or it's like way overpriced.
Yeah.
It's hard to make a profit when Chun-Li keeps on buying stuff.
They often lend customers 25 to 60% of the resale value of the item they're pawning. They include jewelry, electronics, music equipment, and firearms.
You know what's funny though? There's always like a shadiness with pawn shops. I can confirm that there was a guy who used to work for Party Rock, and this fool used to every time we would have a party in the house, he would steal shit. And then his dad had a pawn shop, and they would just be selling all this stolen
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, he would steal all this like tech stuff, and then he got caught eventually because he stole a phone, an iPhone, but he didn't know that it belonged to one of our guys. So when they started to do the Find My iPhone, they were chasing after it on the road, and they ended up at his house.
Wow.
Oh, shit. And they were like, what
Correct.
the fuck? And then his story was like, oh, I didn't know. Like, I was going to find out who it was tomorrow. I saw it left behind. And then that's when we decided to, like, we decided to try to catch real evidence of it. So then Fu had bought those fucking, like, where the lipstick is a camera, like, like those things.
Teddy bear
And he
camera.
put it all around his own bedroom. And then this one day, that same guy went into his room, and I guess like he wanted it to. He told us that he was looking for a phone charger, but then when he went in there, he took like an Apple Watch and he took like all this other shit. Yeah, and then he was just like Fu took him to the balcony. He was like, all right, I'm gonna show you this stuff, and you tell me, like you just tell me what it is. And then the guy was like, oh yeah, I was just looking for a phone charger. and just completely like dumbified everything else on the video, like it wasn't there. You know.
Whoa.
I think he was just so embarrassed and so like stupid.
So utterly wrecked.
Yeah. So he got fired, obviously, but
Damn.
and then we found out later that's where he was fencing all that stuff. It was a cash for gold place.
Wow.
Yeah, it says here a lot of it is jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also loans.
Yeah, the loan part is the thing that's interesting to
It's
me.
like they need some money.
Yeah.
Here, hold my jewelry, right?
Yeah.
So they'll quote you like, let's say 25 to 50% of what that thing is worth,
Yeah.
and then you get the cash. You got to use it, whatever. You got to pay interest on the loan, and then you could get your jewelry back.
Yeah.
If you default on it, they get to keep the jewelry, and maybe you made a couple payments. They get to keep that too.
Oh.
And then they'll sell your jewelry.
Maybe that's where they like really cash in on. Huh?
That's a
Yeah.
bigger come up for sure.
Yeah.
Good come up.
It's interesting though, because whenever I go to one in Vegas, I'm like, how many of this is because of crack, and how many of this
Yeah.
because of gambling?
What do
Yeah.
you usually go to pawn shops for?
I like vintage and thrift shops. That they have better shit, but like I think pawn shops have interesting stuff.
Hey, you know where you should go? You should go to estate sales, bro.
Yeah.
I wanna
State
start
sales
doing
is
that.
great.
You been to one?
Dude, Tiff goes like every fucking other weekend.
Really?
She has like databases, and
Yeah.
she'll like, dude, every time she's on her phone, she's just looking at like all the what's called estate sales in her area.
Did she pick anything up?
Yeah, dude, she gets some like, cause she loves vintage stuff, and that's like her
What
jam.
kind of stuff does she usually get?
Like just any kind of pieces that she likes, jewelry, pieces of clothing, just any kind of knickknacks that we could find that she likes. Cause she has a better eye for it. To me, it just looks like someone's shit, but to her, it's gold, And she could find some pretty.
That's
shit.
a great place to get something that needs to be in the set. So if you get like let's say like I got a 70s 80s stereo, old school stereo tower equipment set with the speakers, and they're all together because this dude died with it just like in one thing, and they just want to get rid of all of it.
Yeah.
And then do they care? Is it auction style? What is it like?
No, you just
It's
walk
name a
into the
price.
store.
Yeah.
There'll be a price tag. Those would be like $20, and you'll be like, "Will you take 18?" Like, I'll do it for 18.
You name your price, and then the more shit you get, the more they're willing to vend.
tight.
It's usually when someone passes away.
Dead people shit.
Yeah.
I'm down.
you get a good
They don't
deal.
need it anyway.
Yeah, and it's usually in pretty good condition because it hasn't moved.
Yeah.
It's just dusty.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get to see these people's like houses, and you're like, "Dude, this house is sick." Checking out, you're like, "Oh, there's closet here, closet here."
It's basically shopping someone's property.
Or the opposite. Like my buddy just bought a place in Vegas that someone had just died in or whatever, and like the pool is just like it's like they didn't do shit to it for like 14 years or something.
Sick.
It's got that weird green like mold in like
Damn.
Yeah, there's like a lobster living in there or some shit.
Oh, you know what does suck though? Because I bought a scooter from an estate sale, and a lot of the time estate sales, they don't know where the paperwork's at for a lot of shit that needs paperwork. So if it needs records, they just are like, sorry, doesn't even have a key.
Whoa.
Sometimes you'll get like Tiff was at a estate sale one time, and the family that was running it, they were crying about the loved one that they just passed away.
Oh.
And Tiff was like, "Can you guys shut the fuck up, because this is ruining my shopping vibe. This is like this is me time."
How much for the sunglasses?
Yeah. That's so sad. How much for the sunglasses? Excuse me. And they weren't listening.
stop crying. I can't shop.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
But joking, like, all jokes aside, she just left. She was like, "I couldn't shop there. It felt really weird."
Yeah.
I was like, I had to leave.
Why would they do that so soon?
Because that might also be like my heartless fucking perspective says it could be a way to drive the price up.
Yeah, oh yeah. Or they were just like, just feeling all their emotions. And it's like, you have to be stoic, okay? You have to be
I
stoic.
want to
when
go to a
somebody
state
passes
sale.
away.
I feel like there's cool shit there.
I just
JK Adventures, new one.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Just to even look, just to look at
No,
shit.
seriously, it is curious. Like, the curiosity is kind of fun.
Yeah, but I just feel like knowing like some of my scumbag family, like that whatever's left has probably already been picked through and like
Yeah, all the good shit's gone.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
good shit's gone.